Yeah.
Over a year ago, at the close of 2017, we were riding high. Stoked had one of the company's best years ever. Our team doubled in size. We launched new creative projects like Reframe, traveled all around the world, several different continents in fact, capturing human stories, soaking up the inspiration, and buzzing with possibility as we worked back in our Nashville studio on where these projects might take us. We were doing some amazing work with clients, and these collaborations had us fulfilled and happy, and looking to do even better work in 2018. We capped the year off with a full team retreat in Miami, soaking up the warmth, strengthening our connections to one another, and eating all the delicious food in sight.
So I want to leave feeling like I have something to chase in 2018.
My hope is that we all walk away from here with a clear understanding of how to be better designers and not just executors.
In short, as a team, we were fat and happy, feeling good.
Looking good, Billy Ray!
Feeling good, Louis.
Anything was possible. Then 2018 hit, and we learned the hard way that nothing happens as you think it will.
Okay.
2018 turned out to be one of the hardest years Stoked has ever endured.
I feel like I've been sick for the past few months, and that like maybe my fever just broke. Like I just woke up from like that sleep where you sweat your ass off, and you know that things are gonna be better, but you don't know when, and you're not exactly sure like how long the recovery is gonna take.
Now that I know a lot more about where we are from a business perspective, and you know the vulnerability of a service-based business, it's a little scarier. It's also pretty fragile. Like one month of not having this job would be like almost disastrous. It's just a dangerous place to be in. So
We experienced cash flow issues. For a while, the work just wasn't there.
We don't have enough money to pay the bills. And we're already in debt. It feels like we're having to ask the team to show up with 110% enthusiasm, yet we just asked them to take a furlough. We haven't had to fight. This is the first time we've had to fight.
That led to fear, and the fear grew into dissent, and the dissent into insecurity. We lost team members. We struggled.
I feel like I spent all of 2018 kind of like scratching my way through purpose and my own intention for what I was doing and how I was behaving and really what I wanted to get out of my work and my life.
It had its ups, it had its downs and downs and downs.
At times, we questioned everything.
I could not in any way foresee what March looked like, much less today.
2018, all in all, was just kind of a beating on all fronts for me. I think in reflection, I was completely unprepared for it. I was riding so high that when things got bumpy, whether it was like at home or at work or anything, I just wasn't really ready. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, and I think about like the moments of this year that felt particularly hard, and there were a handful of times when it really felt like the sky was falling, and then I lost time. I lost like weeks of my life. Didn't sleep certain nights. There was a lot of like loss of like my life, my personal life, because I was concerned about the business or worried about the business.
Basically, for a while, we just survived. But we did survive, and that's the important part. We dug in. We made some tough changes. We worked harder. We showed up even when we didn't want to, and together, we beat it.
I think it was a year where I learned how to really trust people.
The biggest thing that I learned in 2018 was that there's a really big difference between doing what feels good and doing what feels right.
I would say that I think ending this year, I think collectively we feel better than we did last year, which is hard to say considering how 2018 started out.
Here's what's important. 2018 had us stepping into the boxing ring and taking punches before we even knew we were headed for a fight. We weren't ready. That won't happen again. Now, whatever 2019 brings, good and bad, we're here. We're ready. Let's do this.
God in heaven, you know I love you.